Okay, so once again, welcome back everybody and hope you are doing good and well. We are on the day number 10 now, and I can say that it is a good progress. I'm learning, I'm sharing, and yes, I'm getting some feedbacks as well from you guys. So two major part has been done, and now we are on the next major step. In this particular session, the series of session, maybe 2 or 3 series, we are going to be mainly discuss about ServiceNow integrations for the SIR perspective. How it can be done, what are available by service given by ServiceNow, how I can get that. Specifically on the citing part as well, citing search, we are going to be discuss here mainly, and few more things which I found new in the security incident that we are going to be discuss in this particular area. So before we start, let's try to be more understand on the implementation part. When we say that yes, it is a good implementation we've done, or I can say, or let's say why there are not integration, implementation failed. What are the main reasons that any implementation get failed, irrespective it's a SIR or ITSM? Number one, there are some cultural issue, or there are differences in the thoughts of the different people in the organization who don't want that. Someone want let's implement, someone want no, I don't want to be implement this thing. That is the first part. Second, sometimes we don't get a good staff, or I can say the staff which we have is a lack of capability or the skill set. That is the thing, or positive, or I can say positive attitude, or the special guys are not available. And the third one is getting the more and more accurate information. This thing I'm seeing from the SIR perspective, because so two things which I learned from experience. Either you work on the SIR, either you work on the GRC. We need a special people. We need a people who have same mindset as a consultant, or consultant should have same mindset what customer want on his or her part. Then we can say that it is a good implementation has been done. Now, if you remember from the third or fourth day, what we are saying that we can integrate ServiceNow. So if I show you here, this one, integrate the ServiceNow with the, or sorry, integrate the different tools with the ServiceNow. It means, and when we talk about the integration perspective in the ServiceNow world, we are mainly talking about the APIs or the SPOCs. That is what is ServiceNow says. In the ServiceNow world, we say, if you see that I added two words here, ServiceNow store and ServiceNow share. I was very surprised when I saw this term first time. ServiceNow has a share as well. Means there is some place, there is some repository where the ServiceNow share, which called as ServiceNow share, and people put their apps there, and I can get it from there itself. When I specifically talk about the store is, I can say, a best place which is certified by the ServiceNow. You can get the apps paid as well as some free apps if it is applicable, which is developed by, which is built by the ServiceNow itself or by their partners. But at last it has been certified by the ServiceNow as per their standards. Like all the code has been written in a well manner, code has been commented. All the standards which ServiceNow feel or what they think is required to fulfill this particular store part, these things has been added in this particular area. So now let me show you something on this part here. So I can come here and I can open the some ServiceNow store. No, let's say plugins. And if I click on the plugins, you can see open the store. This is the place where the partners, where the ServiceNow itself create and put the apps, SPOCs, which is not available out of the box, but you can get it from here. And if you remember that when we are installing the MSI, major security incident, we have to be go here. So let's search something for the security and do we have something for the security incident? And you can see here we have the app and the solution which has been built by ServiceNow for their purpose. So like security incident response mobile, specifically where we're talking about the integration. So let's say integration only. So these things are appearing. And if you scroll down, this is what given by ServiceNow. And if you want, you can see, let's say I want the chat security chat integration. I can get it, but to get that part, I can only get the version only in the enterprise one, not the PDI one. But yes, ServiceNow say, don't worry, I have a place for you where I build some apps, some SPOCs, some integration solutions. I'll not say SPOC specifically, let's call this as a solution, which you can get it and you can do your work easily on that part. And this is what we call that App Engine Studio can help us on that thing, because these are scoped applications specifically. So if you want, as per your need, you can get and you can download it very easily on that particular part. You have to be, you can see here what is the charges and all the things. Sorry, not charges. You can reach out to that particular team, how it's doing, what is going to be updated for you. You can all these things, and then you can, if you find, you can take it as well from the ServiceNow and move forward to the installation part. This is what is ServiceNow store called. Authorized and certified apps are available here. Now, what is ServiceNow Share? ServiceNow Share is little different. It's not the store. Okay, and if I need to be open the link, let's say ServiceNow Share. Let me find out in the Google only. ServiceNow Share, not price. I'm sure it will showing the share only. Okay, let me see. Share, not this one. Share guided, not this one. Not this one we are looking for. ServiceNow Share. Let me see if I can get some direct this one only. Let me try to go this one, developer.servicenow.com. Let's say connect this one, share. So shares are the small projects, again built by maybe the partners, maybe the individuals kind of things, and they put this part in this particular area. So like this one, scripting for ask approval action flow designer. Someone get it and we can use it. But are these certified by ServiceNow? Tough to say on that particular part. It's totally depend on the customer, what they want, and they have to be do the all complete prerequisites check and all things by their own. If you are getting it from the store, but if you're getting it from the, sorry, if you're getting it from the share, but if you're getting with the store, it is authorized one that I can say here, because I see a lot of things we installed, even though we install the plugins from the that part only. So this is what the ServiceNow store and the ServiceNow share. Easy topic from the examination perspective. One question can be easily come on that part, that what is the difference between these two. Now let's come to our core topic, integration. And how many type of security integration configuration available? So I put this screenshot. Let me make it a little big and bring front. Yeah. So total 4 type of configuration we have to be do. Number 1, we have to do the configuration for the alert ingestion. We have to do the configuration for the citing search. We have to do the configuration for the incident enrichment, and we have to do the configuration for the containment and eradication. This is what the stuff we have to be do. But to do this part, we had to be maybe activated the different plugins which is given by ServiceNow for these things. So like if you come here and see threat 1. Yes, let me come here. So you can see here IOC observable, you can see. So these things are coming from the different plugins into the service now. But these are the four major configuration we have to be do if we want to be use SIR and we want to be do the citing, we want to be do data enrichment, data not threat incident enrichment, and we want to be do something for the this particular thing. And these four things are coming from the four with the different products. Something is coming from the threat intelligence, something coming from the vulnerability response, something is coming from the SIR only. So once you activate the plugin, you will be able to see these options one by one in your particular PDI as well. Now the question comes that how the ServiceNow SIR work with the or fit in the industry. Let's say, let me this thing. So I can integrate ServiceNow. Let me put it up. Yeah, I can integrate ServiceNow for the detection. Palo Alto, Tanium, Semantic I can do. For the vulnerability and the configuration, I can use Qualys, Rapid, and VeraCode. For correlation, making the kind of a pattern kind of things, I can use McAfee, SecureWorks. For threat intel, I can use Anomaly, ATT, and CK, VirusTotal. For solutioning part, intel solutioning part, I can use Microsoft Redit. And for the orchestration kind of automation part, I can use this thing. So I can use these 6 areas or the 5 or 6 areas, different tools I can integrate with this ServiceNow. So this is whole source ServiceNow for me. This is, let's say this is my SIR, and how the SIR will work when I bring where I can bring the data from these tools and then operate the stuff on that particular part. This is little important from the examination perspective, because in the exam, Microsoft Defender, Splunk, McAfee are the one where the direct questions can be hit, or the semantic as well, the major tools where the direct question can be come into the examination part. Okay, now let's move to the next part. Let me see. Okay. What are the major drivers if I want to be implement this framework? Number one, I need a security admin or architect or the partner who can help me to understand these tools, how to bring or how to configure this tool, how to integrate this tool with a ServiceNow. Then I need the code developers who can work internal configurations part, designing, and last I need the product side, business unit who can kind of use this, to whom I can provide the blueprint, and all the things will be there. Nothing important to be here, but just to be see that if I want to work on these areas, I need architects, I need the developers, and I need the product business unit as well, that to whom we are going to be use this part. Okay, and one more thing which is important with ServiceNow says that instead of writing the script, better use the flow designers nowadays. ServiceNow strongly recommend that use the flow designer for your automation perspective. This is what ServiceNow is saying again and again on that particular part. Now, when we say the integration part, if you remember that under the setup assistant, if I go here, it's a if you see here, we talk about these capabilities, right? These capabilities. Now it is a time to discuss these capabilities, that where this has been defined. Come here and search for the capabilities under this part. Integration capabilities. These are called the integration capabilities. So you can see total 10 are there. And these are given by ServiceNow completely out of the box. You have to be just use it and your work has been done. So like if I say isolate the host, it means provide a way to isolate an endpoint or the host within a security incident. So what is the integration capability it has? It is again the scoped application, but the scoped application name is common application. And it say this is what it do. Practically and logically, I'm saying I have no idea that how this work in the background, because this is not told or not properly teach completely in the labs or the book. It was only told that these are the 9 or 10 capabilities which we can use given by ServiceNow in the out of the box. We can use this in our, so you can see the flows are, workflows are there. Security option integration, isolate flow. So when we go in the flow designer part, then I'll show you that how this flow has been defined, means what has been mentioned here. Or let open this workflow. Let's copy this. Go here. If you know that this is the new interface has been given by ServiceNow in the Vancouver release. And this is the workflow. So we can read that what has been mentioned in the workflow, how to implement, what to launch, what not to be launched, what value should be there. So total 10 different capabilities has been given by ServiceNow, which we can use in the, which we can see the flow designer. We can use them, we can call them in our scripts, and we can do our work very easily on that part. Pre-built code, nothing need to be checked on that particular part. But if you want to be understand more, you need to be check the flows, workflow of these all 10 items. From the interview perspective, not from the interview, from the examination perspective, these 10 are the important one. One or two question, minimum 2 question I can say will be stuck in this point, that they can give you the some tricky words and you have to find out the answers. That what is a block request, what is the email search and delete. In my examination, 2 times the question directly come from these definitions, but nothing has been asked that what has been mentioned, the flow or the workflow. But we have to be remember the name as well. This is what important. There is a confusion between statics and the processes, that what these two things basically do. So if you want to do this scheduling job as well, you can go and you can update your properties as well. Out of the box, it run after 15 seconds. So what it says that, let me come here and security incident. I can go here. Let me search completely. I can see a DNT security incident. Then I can see where the properties mentioned. Overview, response task, inbound setup, admin, and the properties here. So here we can update the schedule job timings as well. Let me see location, weight, location, time zone. What is the name? Enable something is there. I forgot the property name. This one, enable or disable the jobs. All these things will be there. So we can update this property and then it can work for us. But ultimately, this is be working only and only on the workflow perspective, not any other way. It is be working for us. Now, what is the citing search, which we saw yesterday, where to configure that part? Because citing search is a part of the threat intelligence. So I'll go here and search for the threat intelligence. And here I can find out the citing search, where is gone. Let me see. Lightning search. Sorry, it is under this one. The main point is that citing search, there's nothing come out of the box, and we have to be configure it as per our requirement, that where I want to be go, where I want to be check it. The problem is that I try to do this part in my PDI, but I don't have any citing source. It means I don't have any kind of a network or the server or kind of integration or kind of a place where I can go and start searching on that part. And due to this, I'm not able to configure this citing search. Now the question comes, Atul, that's fine. OK, but where we can see these things, because citing search will bring the observables. So now what I'll show you how this relationship works mainly. Let me show you the security incident and assign, not assign, let's say show open, and this one. And let me scroll down. If you see, there are multiple UI actions has been given. You can see here. See, so many. Show all related list. This is what we will be missing actually earlier. So under this, we have a associated observable. OK, observables are there, but these are the pre-configured given by ServiceNow. So if I show you observable data, see, these are given by ServiceNow out of the box, but how the ServiceNow getting this? ServiceNow did not provide any configuration for the same, that is called the citing search. So you can see that these are available here. Now what happened that, OK, this is my observable and I want to search again that it is still exists or not. So ServiceNow say that you can tick this box and here you will get an option called the run citing. Why this is not available? If you scroll down, there's nothing called the citing. If I click more. Why? Because we don't have any citing configuration available in the PDI. If by any chance I am able to create the citing search, which I was showing you earlier, if I'm able to create that, so let me show you. Come here. If by any chance I'm able to create this option, because here they ask the type. This is what I say, right? Email, file, hashes, IPL, sorry, IPL, I'm saying IP. This is what the observable types. Remember DNS, IPs, hashes. This is what it's do. But I don't have this part because this configuration is not available due to the same. I'm not getting the option for the citing search to run the citing search. OK, and this slide, this particular screen is important for the understanding purpose. How to get it? Just click on this part and you will get the things here. So you can see show IOC. IOC means indicator of compromise. You can see here. Show the enrichment data. This is what a good thing which I like it. Actually, ServiceNow did a good thing that you can click on these UI actions and you can do that part. Response workflow you want to see, manual unbook you want to see. So we can do this particular part, but the running of citing search only and only available when we have a citing search configuration done on our part. One thing which ServiceNow say that once you are able to run the citing search, so two tabs will be displayed here. The first tab saying citing search result. Let me show you here. So when we run the citing part, one we get the results and second we get the detail. Results means the overall picture and detail means each observable detail will be coming in this particular point, in this particular tab. So once we are able to run this part, because in the labs it was available, so I was able to do, but in the PDI I don't have a configuration, so I'm not able to show you that part. So remember, this is important from the examination perspective. When you run the citing search, two related lists will be available, one called the search result and one called the search details. Results will a summary format and detail will be for each observable. The display or the results will be available here on that particular part. OK, so with this, let me go to the next one. Yeah, so this is what we discuss. All these observable are here. We have a citing results details there. And now we have to be discuss about the DLP and the pre-built integration on that part. So that I'm going to be covered in the day 11. Hope you like this and I'll connect again soon with the same. Take care and bye-bye.